This is Farmer Joe. He grows apples. And this is investment banker John Parker from Goldman Sachs.
Good day to you, sir.
Howdy, partner.
Farmer Joe, have you ever heard of the break-even point?
Well, I don't care about a fancy thing called the break-even point. All I want to know is how many apples I have to sell to make money with my business.
Well, that's exactly what the break-even point is for, Farmer Joe. So, are you interested in it?
Yeah, for sure. Tell me more about it.
Alright then. So, first of all, we need to know how much do you charge for an apple?
I charge $1 for an apple.
Do you eventually know what the production costs of one apple are?
Well, a fancy guy like you used to do that math for me. He told me that I spent 50 cents an apple for diesel, pesticides, and labor. But I don't know if I would trust the Harvard guy.
Whatever. So, these are your variable costs per apple. Variable means that if you don't crop any apples, you would have no variable costs. Is that clear to you?
Yeah, of course. I'm not dumb. I don't need pesticides or diesel if I don't crop any apples. But what about my tractors?
Yeah, we will come to that issue right now. Overheads are, for example, depreciation of your tractor, interests of your bank loans, and other expenses like insurance, and of course, office workers. These are your fixed costs. You have to deal with them no matter whether you crop 1 million apples or just 5.
Ah, that sounds reasonable. According to my financial guy, I have $25,000 in overheads. So tell me, where is my break-even point?
Well, Farmer Joe, in general, when you want to get your break-even point, you have to take all your overheads and divide them by the contribution margin per unit. The contribution margin is the difference between your selling price and the variable cost.
Boring. Why don't you just tell me in numbers how many apples I do have to sell?
Oh, excuse me, sir. I will come to that right now. In your case, you've got $25,000 of overheads. And you divide them by a contribution margin of 50 cents. You get this contribution margin because you sell one apple for $1. And you have variable costs of 50 cents for one apple. And when you do all the fancy math, the break-even point equals 50,000 apples. And so, Farmer Joe, you have to sell 50,000 apples to reach your break-even point and to break even.
Whoa, wait a minute. Tell me, how on earth should I possibly sell 50,000 apples a year? What could we do to break even a little earlier? Let's say with 25,000 apples.
Interesting question, Mr. Joe. You see that 3 figures have an impact on the break-even point. And these figures are the selling price, your variable costs per unit, and your overheads. You could reach your break-even point earlier if you would raise, for example, your price, let's say by 20%. Then you make $1.20 per apple. So, let's see when you break even now.
So that means I break even at about 36,000 apples? Well, that's not enough. There's gotta be something we can do about this.
Well, let me think. Well, I'm sure you could work more efficiently and decrease your variable costs per apple to, let's say, about 40 cents per apple. Therefore, you would break even at 31,250 apples.
Well, that already looks way better to me, but I think there's still some room, isn't it?
Yeah, last but not least, we could try to decrease your fixed costs. Let us talk with the bank and insurances. Maybe we can fix a deal and decrease them to about $20,000? Then we could break even at 25,000 apples.
Well, that would be great. Thank you very much, fancy business guy.
My pleasure, Farmer Joe. It is not only my job to run around in fields and explain business terms to farmers like you. It is also my passion. You're welcome, my friends. You're very, very welcome.